Changed actually, because we still have that spiritual marriage intact, and now I will be moving forward with having that terminated. World would I want to be tied to somebody eternally who doesn't want me? The biggest part for me was
it is rather embarrassing how long it took Meri to pull away from the marriage. To be fair, it's even more embarrassing that Christine did it first. Reason being is because apart from Robyn, Christine was the last wife for a very, very long time. And when Christine was the third wife for a very long time, well, Meri wasn't happy. Well, I mean, Kody definitely wasn't happy with her. You know, I know obviously when the show first started in season 1, Robyn was then entering the family at the time. And of course, you know, seeing the cracks in the relationship is something that we obviously saw throughout the seasons as time went by. But that's not to say that before Robyn's existence that his relationship with Meri was good. But hey, in life sometimes you just got to take accountability for your own choices rather than what somebody else did to you. Because here's the thing, people can inflict things upon you, but what you choose to do with that information is entirely up to you. That's where accountability comes into place. That's where growth comes into place. But hey, Meri will be Meri.
when his relationship broke down with my children, and he didn't seem like he would move heaven and earth to fix it.
Have some relation.
To be honest with you, it has been quite embarrassing to see how Kody has not been willing to make efforts with some of his children. Granted, of course, the children don't like him, some of them, and some of them obviously do behave the way they do behave, but it is still the parents' responsibility to try and make amends. And if he cannot make amends, but then he can only let the kids go off and dislike him until they're ready to come around. But if he's making no efforts, those kids are never going to come around, because they're going to sit there and think, why should I bother if you never bothered with me? And that line right there is a line that is very common with many people who come from far worse situations.
Have some relationship with some of the other kids, and it's infrequent. And so I'm like, what do I do with all of this? It doesn't feel like a family.
Go love Robyn. Love her the best that you can, but be honest with me.
I mean, listen, just going back to what he said about the kids, I can only laugh. The man is an embarrassment to himself. And here's the thing. Meri was out here expressing how she feels. Respectfully, I get it. But you know when you say, you're like, why now? It's hard for me to take anything that Meri says seriously, because she allowed herself to sit in this relationship for as long as she did.
Anything for McKelty. And McKelty wants Kody and Robyn at her sprinkle, so of course they can come to the sprinkle. Robyn will probably be at the twins' birth, I imagine. Just keep being like, you know what, this is about McKelty and it's not even about me. She would love everybody to get back together again and be one big family again.
Personally, I've never been a fan of Christine. I never will be a fan of Christine. I think Christine is shady, to be honest with you. I feel like she's not a genuine person, and I feel like she knows how to say certain things to get people on her side. And that's just my opinion, you know, because it's funny how she says, oh, I have to realize that everything's about me. Because right now, this is all about McKelty, you know, wanting everyone to be there. And she's too busy thinking about how it's going to affect her until she finally says, oh, no, it's not about me. She should never process if it was about in the first place. Listen, from season 1 till now, Christine has always made it about herself. And she made it abundantly clear even in season 1 when she did sit there and say that she always wanted to be the last wife. And that was for a reason. When Robbie came in to be the last wife, that changed. But listen, I get it. People dislike Kody so much that, you know, they want to... Well, people dislike Kody so much. And because Christine was the one that ended up leaving him first, I get it. Why people want to, you know, be Team Christine. Now, I'm not saying that's the reason. Obviously, the other things that's happened throughout the seasons that obviously would have made people say, hey, I want to be on Christine's side. And I'm not saying people are wrong. I'm just not a fan. But hey, we continue.
How is everything? That would be disingenuous. And that would mean I was going to be friends. I'm not going to be friendly.
And Janelle berate me in ways that have challenged my resolve for sort of love of myself, sort of loathing me. If they're trashing me to the public, I can't imagine what they're saying to my children, so it makes me very mad.
I'll be honest with you, Kody, mate. Even if the wives are potentially trashing you to the children, which we have no evidence, which we have no proof of, I will say this. What are you doing though? Look at it this way. He's got opportunities as a father to reach out to his kids and try. Are you doing that? No. So even if the wives were potentially trash talking about you to the kids, which I do not commend in any kind of way, you know what I mean? Because that is some seriously messed up parenting for someone to do that. But if they are, you're not helping the situation because you're not doing anything. You know, at the end of the day, if you actually stay more active in your kids' lives, I'm not saying trash talking behind your back would not affect them. It probably still would to a certain degree, but at least they can look at you and be like, well, despite what mom says, well, dad's here. He's looking after me. He's loving me. Da 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 da. But you're not doing none of those things. Accountability. Take your accountability in this situation. If they are, you're allowing them to do this. You're taking no action, but just complaining. I thought you was a man, Kody. For somebody who likes to express how much of a man he is, you don't do enough of it to really show that you really are a man. Well, at least not anymore.
I won't talk about her.
You won't?
Nope.
Kody's not reaching out to Madison or some of the other kids. I know he's in a very angry, but I think the kids should be doing the same thing too.
Rule is that to pick me out of a crowd and just be like, I pick you to try to force myself to love.
Comment on it.
Here we go, Meri complaining again. He picked me to marry for 30 plus years, 32 years, blah, 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 blah. Well, you chose to stick around for 32 years, and this man was trying to get rid of you for God knows how many years. He made it clear to you, what, 3, 4, maybe 5 seasons ago, I think, which, you know what I mean? That, hey, we're done. I don't know. Maybe behind closed doors, off camera, he was throwing her a bone that she was latching onto that we didn't see. But on camera, on screen, it was abundantly clear that he wanted her gone. When Christine said that she was done with him, he wasn't happy about it. When Janelle says that she's done with him, well, according to the season preview, he's still trying to get Janelle back. But when you said, he was like, okay, see you later, bye. But you ignored it, like, come on now. But here's the thing, the whole thing with Madison, I don't know what this guy's thinking about, to be honest with you. Again, this is another example of him not doing the right thing. Did I miss what happened with him and Madison? Can somebody let me know what happened with him and Madison? For some reason, I feel like it's gone over my head. But either way, though, regardless of what's happened, like, bro, you're still the freaking father. You're meant to be the head of the table. You're supposed to be the hero. You're supposed to be the savior. You're supposed to be the one that keeps the family together. I mean, obviously, wives, to be fair, for that too. But you get the gist of what I'm trying to say here. I mean, considering he was married to 4 women, it was his responsibility to keep them all happy and keep a happy household. And he's the one that chose to have multiple children with each woman. Well, apart from Meri, he had one of her. I'm not too sure how many he had to Robyn, to be fair. But hey, either way, he put himself in this position.
So that's basically what he's been telling me. You know how he's been acting. Part of this family. Like, why? Because Robyn was only 10 at the time?
Like I'm in an alternate reality or something. Like I just don't know how to wrap my brain around what's happened. Honestly, Kody let Meri go a long time ago. I wish Robyn would let her go so she could just live her own life.
I mean,
Christine, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You just worry about what you're doing with Janelle, okay? Don't worry about what Robyn's doing. You made it abundantly clear that you don't like Robyn. You don't want nothing to do with Robyn. You don't want nothing to do with her kids, so don't worry about that. But anyway, Meri coming out with, well, when me and Kody started off this whole relationship situation, so-and-so was only 10. She's been sitting on that comment for a minute. She was like, let me cook on this episode. Let me say it.
just like, I don't know, Meri says maybe I was unfair. Well, it's just as unfair to me because I didn't have a choice to get out.
I don't believe that Robyn has a bad heart.
But you had a choice to be in this situation. You had a choice to want to marry multiple women. You had a choice to want to have multiple children. So you say you didn't have a choice to get out. Well, you said, well, that doesn't change the fact that you had a choice to make all this happen. You could have not gone down this path, or you could have made maybe better choices with the wives that you wanted. Who knows? Accountability, Kody.
And there's a lot of people within the family and otherwise that I think be with this. Good. I'm glad he's happy with it. Suspect that Brandy's not wrong, that he's going to wake up one day and be like, wow, what the hell did I just do?
To be honest with you, I hope that you wake up one day and realize that, hey, why the hell did you decide to stick around with this man for so long? Listen, at the end of the day, I understand how much wrong Kody has done, but I'm sick and tired of hearing some of them just saying, oh, Kody did this, Kody did that. Yeah, we know what Kody did, but why did you stick around? You know, that's just the grand scheme of it. In life sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you this now, you will be in relationships, whether it will be with friends, or it will be with partners, or be with family members, okay? You'll be in some form of relationship, even with work colleagues, even with your boss. There'll be times you'll be in relationships with certain people that don't treat you right. But you've got the choice to stand up for yourself and grow a freaking backbone and walk away, rather than stay time and time again until you're so worn down, you're still sitting there complaining about so-and-so did this to you. Remember, the choices that you make are a big impact to how your life goes. So if you're allowing people to treat you a certain type of way, take that accountability and recognize that that person may be an a-hole, but you've allowed them to continue being a-hole too. Even if it's a case where you stand up to them and say, hey, stop bullying me, or stop doing this and that. None of that stuff really matters, because if you're still staying around that person, you're still staying around that person. You've got to walk away from that person or that job or whatever it could be, rather than complaining about it, saying, oh, complaining and hoping the person will change, hoping things will get better. Hope is a dangerous thing. I'm going to tell you this now. Never hope on someone or on things to get better when you can clearly see that that person is stuck in their ways. Just walk away, save yourself, save your sanity. Nonetheless though, let me know what you're thinking. We'll talk about it. Peace.